Hello, everyone, and welcome. As you know, we have been studying conjunctions for 3 videos, and we have 3 more videos about conjunctions. Okay, in the previous video, we studied the because group conjunctions. So we have been familiarized with the sentence compound sentences because I mean that expressing the cause or reason. And now in this video we are going to study the so group conjunctions. It means that we will focus on the result and conjunctions that are used to express result or consequence. So because the reason of something, as you let's think about it. There are two situations. As you see, naturally there are two situations or there are two factors. The former one is about the reason, cause, and the latter one is about the result. I think this is like a formula. So our subject is to get familiarized with those so group conjunctions. Okay. Let me share my presentation and study them more carefully and in detail. Okay, all right. Yes, hello and welcome. Okay, for example, read, there are images and there are two people as Brian and Rebecca. Yes, they are read-write learners. Yes, how uh, good learners they are. Yes, how good learners they are. Because they read to learn and they write to remember what they have learned. Okay, Brian is reading a lot, so he is learning a lot. Rebecca always writes what she learns, so she remembers what she has learned. As you can easily see or guess that, so means here as a result, as a result. Okay, read to learn, write to remember again. There are two mottos. They are more beautiful than each other. Okay. Write so you may remember. Write as a result, you may remember. Or write, therefore you may remember. Number one, I always read. This is my habit. I always read. So I learn. As a result, I learn. Okay. Because they say read to learn. So reading is the cause and learning is the result. Okay, reading, the former one is reading, the latter one, and the latter one is learning. Okay, this is a law. Writing is also another law, is another principle, standard. Writing is a good way to remember. So I write what I learn. Okay. Writing is the cause, and remembering what we learn or what we have learned is the result. How nice, how good method, and how good result. How good reason and how good result. Okay. Yes, this is absolutely about result. Okay. So what is let's we of course the important thing is for us is to concentrate on the result. Okay. So, but of course we can't help understanding the result without the reason. Okay, or without the cause. So the authority comes near the young man, the young student, and congratulates him and told him that you studied very hard. Okay, you studied very hard. This is the reason, cause. As a result, you won a scholarship. You have won. You have got a scholarship. You have gained a scholarship. Yes, this is the latter situation of the young student. Okay, he is full of joy. He is joyful. He is full of joy. Okay, as a result. Okay. Now, trip 4, as you see, it will be about conjunctions expressing result, okay, conveying result, carrying result. Yes. Expressing result, telling us the result. For example, so, thus, of course, so is at the beginning of them. Okay, for example, Teoman studied very hard, so he won a scholarship. Teoman studied very hard, thus he won a scholarship, or he gained, he got, he had, he took, he earned a scholarship as a result, as a consequence, or consequently. Teoman studied very hard, consequently, he won a scholarship. Therefore, that's why, for this reason, for that reason, because of this, as a result of this, accordingly, it is so natural. Teoman studied very hard. Accordingly, he gained a scholarship. Simon didn't study very hard. Accordingly, he didn't gain a scholarship. Okay? In fact, shall we write here naturally as well? Okay, I haven't seen or I am not aware of whether there are naturally as well as the equivalent synonym for them, but I will write it. It suits there very well, naturally. Yes, naturally. For example, Teoman studied very hard. Naturally, he won a scholarship. Yes, in fact, we can say Teoman studied very hard, and yeah, and here means here as a result, Teoman studied very hard and he won a scholarship. Yes, naturally, he won a scholarship. Okay, or with that guy, you know them very well. Such an so adjective or adverb that, such an adjective, noun that. Okay, Teoman, uh, Teoman is so hardworking that he won a scholarship, or Teoman studied so hardworkingly that he won a scholarship. With 16th one, Teoman was such a hardworking student that he won a scholarship. Okay, I think it's clear. Now, number 1, Jordan was the richest in the group. This is a fact. This is a reality. As a former cause, this reason. Okay, Jordan was the richest in the group. Therefore, he bought the best car. Andrew was the most hardworking in the group. what did he do, and what happened in the end. So Andrew was the most hardworking in the group. Accordingly, he won a scholarship. Or naturally, he won a scholarship. Andrew was the most hardworking in the group. That's why he won a scholarship. Okay, so he won a scholarship. Rain was born on a rainy day. Yes, Rain is the name of that girl, of that little girl. That's why her name is Rain. Rain was born on a rainy day. That's why, therefore, her name is Rain. The other kid was born on a snowy day. Is that why her name is Snow? Yes, that is why her name is Snow. Okay. Is that the reason why her name is Snow? Yes, you are right. That is the reason why her name is Snow. Okay. As a result. Now linking words, conjunctions, connectors of result, of course, starting with so. Anger is a momentary, and Lander said this. Anger is a momentary madness. Okay. Yes, anger is madness. Fury is madness. So, now that anger is madness, so control your passion or it will control you. Okay. We should control, we should train, we should discipline our passion. We should know what to want, what not what to want. Yes, we should know what to want and not what to want. Okay, Horace said this. Now, and Lander said this, sorry. Opportunities are usually disguised as, yes, how did they disguise as? They disguised as hard work. So most people don't recognize them because of that disguise. The disguise is both noun and verb. They, opportunities, hide themselves. Okay. They hide themselves with hard work. If you study hard, it means that you open that disguise and see and get the opportunity of being, doing, and having something. Okay. Number two, thus, in this way, in this manner. The performers and entertainers were quite successful. Thus, yes, the spectators got cheerful and exhilarated. Okay, as a result of, thus as a result. Hence, yes, from this reason, from this origin, the total amount of evil in any system remains constant. Hence, any diminution in one direction, for instance, in poverty, diminution in poverty or unemployment is accompanied by an increase in another. Example, crime or air pollution. Charles I. Okay, yes, it is really worth thinking about. Roman number two, I have to finish this project next Monday, hence I can't waste time. Yeah, this is why I can't waste time. Okay. Now, as a result, there are several sharp and steep hills around Sivrisar. As a result, its name is Sivrisar, which means sharp castle. Okay. A town of Eskişehir. Yes, a town of Eskişehir. Sivrisar is a town of Eskişehir. Eskişehir is a city of Turkey. Okay, Roman number two. Last summer, Gary worked hard at a temporary job. Accordingly, he was able to buy a laptop. Yes, naturally, he was able to buy a laptop. As a result, he was able to buy a laptop. As a consequence, he was able to buy a laptop. They explained everything in detail. As a consequence, everybody understood the matter very well. How nice. Very nice, yes. What a nice situation it was. Yes, because they explained everything in detail. As a consequence, everybody understood the matter very well. Okay. Consequently, yes, as a consequence, as a result, consequently, the road was slippery. Consequently, there were two accidents, unfortunately. Roman number two, Meral's speech was both scientific and practical. Consequently, it is going to be published in a weekly magazine. Yes, Meral's speech is going to be published in a weekly magazine. Why? Because it was scientific and practical. It was scientific and practical, so it is going to be published in a weekly magazine. Okay. Therefore, yes, we should be able to use them easily and practically. According to the release, unemployment has been on the increase. Therefore, the government has decided to take measures to provide new jobs. Therefore, that's why our problems are man-made. Yes, G.F. Kennedy said this. Our problems are man-made. That's why they may be solved by men. Yes, they must be solved by men. They may be solved by men. Excellent. Dialogue, sorry. Number 9. For this reason, the room was dark. Is this the reason? Is this the reason for which Demirhan turned on the lights? Is this the reason for which Demirhan turned on the lights? Two, Roman number 2. Those imported goods are becoming cheaper and cheaper. For this reason, the importers will stop importing for a while. For that reason, Anthony was very wet. Is that the reason for which he went by the fireplace? Yes, he was very wet, very wet. For that reason, he went by the fireplace. Because of this, Ayhan was very dirty. Because of this, he went directly to the bathroom. Because of this. Accordingly, in sequence, in the natural sequence of events, actions, or states, Jessica requested a chance to show her caliber, competence, and confidence. Accordingly, her director, her considerate director, understanding director, let her prepare the presentation to assert herself. Okay. To assert, to show, to depict, to show her caliber, competence, and confidence by giving a presentation. Okay. New jobs, number 13, finally. A lot of factories have been opened lately. That's good. Finally, lots of people have got new jobs. Yes, finally, as a result. Okay. Finally, in the end, lots of people have got new jobs. Okay, I said in the end without seeing 14. Yes, 14 is about in the end. The newly married couple bought a lot of expensive gifts. In the end, or finally, they spent a lot of their money. They became penniless. Let me read it once more. The newly married couple bought a lot of expensive gifts yesterday, for example. In the end, they spent a lot of their money yesterday, in the past. They became penniless. Yeah, in the end, they became penniless. Where is in the end? In the end, They spent all of their money and became penniless. Okay, as a result. Yes, as a result of spending so much money. Okay, that much money. 15. So adjective or adverb that Emirhan explained the situation so clearly that all of us understood it. Yeah, so adverb. Emirhan explained the situation so clearly that all of us understood it. Emirhan's explanation was so clear that all of us understood it. Okay. Such an adjective noun that Demirhan was such an exciting speaker that we all got excited as a result. Without saying, of course, as a result, this expression gives the meaning of as a result. Okay, Demirhan was such an exciting speaker that we all got excited. Most factories do not use filters. Yeah, that's not good, of course. That's too bad. Most factories do not use filters, therefore the air gets dirty. Factories dump waste into rivers and sea. Let's say some factories, of course, not all of them. Some factories Yes, some factories dump waste into rivers and sea. What happens as a result? Of course, as a result, seas, rivers, and seas become polluted. Okay, contaminated. Okay. Unfortunately. 4, I think global warming is that. Yes, what is global warming? Global warming is that. Is global warming is this, is that. Global warming is that our planet is getting hotter and hotter due to pollution and the damage in the ozone layer. Okay. Consequently, as a result, it is said that the polar ice will melt and will flood large areas of the earth. What do you think global warming is, and what will happen as a result of it? I think there is no need, there is no need to ask such a question. Let me delete it. And let's concentrate on this fact. Okay. And we can say something about that situation as well, or we can analyze it. We can analyze it to see the results, the reasons and the results, the cause and the causes and the effects. For example, global warming is that, okay, or that our planet is getting hotter and hotter is global warming, okay? That the fact that our planet is getting hotter and hotter is global warming. Global warming is due to pollution and the damage in the ozone layer. Okay. Consequently, as a result, it is said that the polar ice will melt and will flood large areas of the earth. Yes. So our planet will get hotter and hotter, or warmer and warmer, due to pollution and the damage in the ozone layer, and consequently we can put them in one compound sentence. Consequently, it is said that the polar ice will melt and will flood large areas of the earth. Okay. Okay, here is another paragraph-like sentences. Okay, our planet faces confronts many problems such as acid rain. These are all problems of our planet. Acid rain, water pollution, deforestation, the destruction of ozone layer, new diseases such as COVID-19. The problem of acid rain is caused by factories and cars, which release poisonous chemicals into the air. As a result, trees, lakes, and buildings are being damaged. Factories and cars release poisonous chemicals into the air. The chemicals mix with the water in the clouds and they pollute rain, which later falls, damages trees, lakes, and buildings. It becomes acid rain and it damages trees, lakes, and buildings. What causes water pollution and what happens as a result? Of course, that kind of illogical and not scientific applications or implementations cause all kind of pollution, including water pollution, land pollution, and air pollution. Yes, I think it is more beautiful as a paragraph. Yes, let me read it once more. Our planet faces many problems such as acid rain, water pollution, deforestation, the destruction of ozone layer, and new diseases. The problem of acid rain is caused by factories and cars which release poisonous chemicals into the air. As a result, trees, lakes, and buildings are being damaged. Factories and cars release poisonous chemicals into the air. The chemicals mix with the water in the clouds and they pollute, they contaminate, they make dirty, they pollute rain, which later falls damaging, which later falls. The chemicals mix with the water in the clouds and they pollute rain. Which later falls. Let's put a damage, comma here. Falls, damages trees, lakes, and buildings. Falls and damages trees, lakes, and buildings. Okay. 16. I am reading the image. Our children, please drive carefully. We love our children, please drive carefully. Okay. 6a. We should never let children play with cleaning products. Do you remember that we have studied like also this kind of giving messages like this? We should never permit children to play. We should never allow children to play, but we let somebody do. We should never let children play with cleaning products because they might drink them and poison themselves. That's why, as a result, hence, so, therefore, thus, yes, that's why we should put them in a safe place to prevent or to stop them from playing with them. Why shouldn't we let children play near the ponds, lakes, rivers, canals, etc.? What should we do to prevent them from falling into them and drowning? Of course, we should keep them. We should keep them far from that kind of places. We should mentor. We should mentor them carefully. We should guard them carefully. Okay. Now quiz time. Okay. Question 1. The parents committee still can't decide whether the construction of a new playground really is necessary or is really necessary. Is new playground really is necessary, also possible. Yes, whether also is a conjunction. You know this, if, whether. 2, however, willingly Semih seems to have accepted the new job. I don't really think he likes the working conditions. Yes, however, willingly. Semih seems to, no matter how willing, how willingly Semih seems to have accepted the new job, or no matter how willingly Semih seemed to have accepted the job, I don't really think he likes the working conditions. 3, if you see someone caught up in electric shock, before you reach out to rescue him, go to fuse box. Yes, go to the fuse box and do a logical thing. Okay, go to the fuse box and shut off the circuit at the main inlet. Otherwise, or else, yes, this is our or group conjunctions is our in our next video is our video topic in the following video. Okay. Now 4, I am rather mean. Someone says that I am rather mean, stingy, I think. Yes, mean. I am rather mean, not quite. Do you see the difference? For negative situations, we use rather, not rather also means quite, but we can't say quite here. But we can say, I am quite frugal. I am quite economical. Okay. I am rather mean. Why? Owing to I am not as bad as used to be. No, not all those, sorry. I am rather mean. This is a fact, but I don't like it. I am rather mean, although I am not as bad as I used to be. Yes, although. 5, the match has been cancelled owing to the approaching storm. Yes. Okay. Because of the match has been cancelled because of the approaching storm, or due to the approaching storm, not just because. Okay, because after we should use a clause, but after because of, owing to, we use noun, we use pronoun, objective pronouns, or verb ing, or noun clauses. Yes, the match has been cancelled owing to what has been approaching. Yes, or what is approaching. The match has been cancelled. What is approaching? Owing to what is approaching. Okay. Now vocabulary study part. Vocabulary study part. The first one is adaptable. What is it? What is adaptable? Adaptable or adjustable as an adjective. If you describe a person or animal as adaptable, you mean that they are able to change their ideas or behavior in order to deal with new situations. Yes, they are resilient, maybe they are flexible, yeah, adaptable, because of their abilities and qualities and their skills. Okay. Circumstance as a noun, The circumstances of a particular situation are the conditions which affect what happens. Yes. Okay. Typical is an adjective characteristically representing something by form or type. Satisfactory is an adjective done to satisfaction. Adequate or sufficient, enough. Hold a meeting, conduct, yes, hold a meeting means conduct a conference, not an, of course, a conference. Call an assembly, or congregate, gather a session, preside, administer over a meeting. Yeah, hold a meeting, have a meeting, organize a meeting. Okay, I think Erhan is adaptable enough to work in difficult circumstances. Who is more adaptable than Erhan? Robert is more adaptable than Erhan. Who has got a rigid attitude towards these circumstances? Santiago has got a rigid attitude towards new circumstances. Aynur is a typical mother. She cares about her children very much. What else is typical of being a mother? Loving children, that a mother loves her children very much is a typical of being a mother. The fact that a mother loves their children very, very much is a typical of being a mother. So she cares about that a mother cares about her children very much is a typical of being a mother. Okay, as well. Emre has got a satisfactory reason to carry out a study on personal, or to make a study on personal development. How can he reach a satisfactory result? Of course, by searching for necessary information, he can reach a satisfactory result. Halit's boss attended a meeting, just a simple past tense sentence. Halit's boss attended a meeting. Who held that meeting? Marco held that meeting, or Marco did. Was it a public emergency or a submit meeting between leaders? Yes. It was a public meeting. It wasn't an emergency meeting, or it wasn't a submit meeting between leaders. So submit meeting is a meeting which is between leaders of groups of companies, etc. Scatter as a verb to cause to separate and go in different directions. It was brave of Jafar, yes. To be brave of somebody to do something is a really helpful, practical pattern of speech. It was brave of Jafar to run towards the pack of dogs near the woman and to scatter them, to scatter the dogs. Who tried to rescue the child trapped in the bus? Mahmoud tried to rescue the child trapped in the bus. So it was brave enough. It was brave of Mahmoud to rescue the child trapped in the bus. Okay. To be brave of somebody to do something. It was nice of you. That was decent of you. That was gracious of you. You also use like this. So that was brave of you. Yes, that was brave of you to rescue that child. Accompany by, if you accompany someone, you go somewhere with them or escort somebody. Accompany by, use accompany by, but escort, I think, doesn't take prepositions. Alex wants to accompany his grandfather. Who does Jasmine want to accompany? Jasmine wants to accompany, or Jasmine wants to escort her grandmother. Whom do you want to accompany on this journey? Whom do you want to accompany? I want to accompany Simon on this journey. Resign. Yes, resign. Active. Be resigned. Be resigned. Passive. Okay. Resign means give up a job or position by telling your employer that you are leaving. In the game of chess, you resign when you cannot see any way to avoid being beaten. Okay, resign yourself to doing something as a proposition. To is used as a proposition here. Make yourself accept something that is bad but cannot be changed. Okay, be resigned to do something. If you are resigned to something unpleasant, you calmly accept that it will happen. Okay. Scrape through something as a phrasal verb, succeed in something but with a lot of difficulty, with flying colors. The opposite of it is with flying colors. If you pass a test with flying colors, you are very successful in it. You sail through the exam. You sail through the exam. But if you scrape through the exam, it means that you had lots of difficulty in that exam. But again, in the end, you succeed. You succeed that exam. Succeed in passing that exam. Okay. Kenan was a sociable person, however, nonetheless, but he has been resigned to living alone for the last 3 years. When did he also resign? When did he also resign himself to fishing? When did he also resign himself? When did he also? No, I think it doesn't make a sense. Let's delete it. And I think the first part is enough as a sentence, as a good sentence. Kenan was sociable person in the past. However, he has been resigned to living alone for the last 3 years. Adnan passed the last exam with flying colors. Yes, got very high marks. Who scraped through the last exam? Yes, Jasmine scraped through the last exams. Yes, Jasmine also succeeded in that exam, but with difficulties. Talat needs to be cheerful or jovial. Jovial, a nice adjective. Okay. Talat needs to be jovial and ambitious to be a politician. What does Nermin need to be a doctor? Of course, Nermin needs to be patient and caring to be a doctor. Mutuality is a nice, excellent word. The adjective form is mutual. Yes, mutuality, noun. Reciprocal relation between interdependent entities, objects, or individuals or groups. Yes. Reciprocal is adjective. Reciprocal means mutual. Yes. Reciprocality, mutuality. Okay. Mutual adjective. Yes. Reciprocal, acting in return. Mutual adverb. Yes. I really advise you to study on this mutuality word, mutuality, some more. Okay. Mutual, reciprocal, acting in return. Mutually, adverb, reciprocally, in an interdependent manner. Reciprocity, an exchange of rights, benefits, commitments, or obligations. Reciprocate as a verb. So, although mutuality and reciprocity has the same meaning. For example, mutuality, I think, doesn't have the verb form. So we need the verb form of reciprocity as reciprocate as a verb, mutually give and take something, give and take something, to interchange, yes, to reciprocate. Context, the series or order or the series or order or a discourse. Yes, context. Concise, brief yet including all important information. Concise, yes, brief. All important information. Although brief, it includes all important information. Okay, concise. Concept, a general notion. Yeah, a general concept and context. Okay, we should think about it differently. Yeah? Context, a series or order or discourse. Order, series. Concept, a general notion around which ideas are developed. Conception. Notion, abstraction, approach, big idea, concept, big idea, consideration, hypothesis, image, impression. Okay. Yes, they are really intellectual words. Okay. Fred and Mark have a mutual friend, reciprocal friend. Yes. For example, Fred has a friend. His name is Robert. So Robert is also Mark's friend. So Fred and Mark have a mutual friend, a reciprocal friend. Do the three, Fred, Mark, and what did I say? Robert. Do the three really have mutual respect and understanding? Yes. Thank God, all the three have mutual respect and mutual understanding. That's why they are best friends of each other. Okay. What else do they have mutual? They also have mutual understanding, mutual consideration. Okay. Lisa always helps her friends without expecting them to reciprocate. Okay, as a verb, reciprocate. To give her something in return. Okay. So Lisa doesn't have an expectation like this. Do you reciprocate or not if someone gives you a gift? Personally, I want to reciprocate if someone gives me a gift. Contextualizing, means, let's focus on this word as a phrase, okay? A concept becomes concise, yes, in a context. A concept becomes concise in a context. How can you describe the concepts of peace, human rights, democracy, diversity, personal development or personality development, responsibility by contextualizing? So I think we can describe them. We can describe them by giving examples and forming a situation. Okay. Maybe in a story by telling a story about peace, human rights, democracy, diversity, personal development, etc., etc. Okay, fall behind is the opposite of keep up with. Keep up with. Okay, fall behind as a phrasal verb, become less successful than other people. So your friend shouldn't fall behind the class. It means that your friend should keep up with the class. Keep up with means manage to do as much or as well as other people. Not to fall behind grammar lessons, Tahsin has to stay on his toes. Has to be on his toes. Which lesson does he have to keep up with? He also has to keep up with geography and chemistry classes. Inherit, this is also a problematic verb, I think. Is it about giving or receiving? Inherit means receiving, yeah, receive property or a title, etc. by legal succession or bequest, inheritance after the previous owner's death. Hasan inherited a house, so Hasan received, okay. Hasan inherited a house from his father. Okay, it's clear. Who inherited a flat from his father? Mahmud inherited a flat from his father. Who are the inheritors of Cengiz Dağcı? His daughters and sons are the inheritors of Cengiz Dağcı. Take to somebody or something. Take to somebody or something. Start to like someone or something. Take to. Oh, it's about liking. Starting to liking. It's about starting to like someone or something. Take to something. The old teacher took to the new system of learning English straight away. It means the old teacher started to like the new system of learning English straight away, immediately. Did the young teacher take to the new system or the old one? The young teacher took the old one, the old system. Why did the middle-aged teacher take to why did the middle-aged teacher take to carrying out, take is a preposition here, carrying out a happy medium between the old system and the new system? Yes, the middle-aged teacher took to a happy medium between the old system and the new one, because he or she thought that this is the logical and harmonious way, ideal way of the new and the old. By that, Believe something that someone tells you, especially when it is not likely to be true. Shall we say we forgot? Shall we say we forgot to bring the remote control? B. The teacher won't buy that. So let's not say that we forgot to bring the remote control, because the teacher won't buy that, won't believe that, won't believe. Okay, believe something that someone tells you, especially when it is not likely to be true. Okay. The teacher won't buy that. There is no question that Khalid lost the remote control. Oh, so they should tell the teacher that Khalid lost the remote control. Do you buy that story? Do you buy that story? Let's say that another teacher borrowed the remote control. Oh, what is the fact here? It's not clear. Okay. Let's say that we buy that store. Let's say that another teacher borrowed the remote control. I am sure that the teacher won't buy that story either. So let's find another logical way to explain the situation. Ensure, an alternative spelling of ensure. Make sure, yes, as dictionary says that ensure or ensure. Ensure means make sure or certain, make certain of something, guarantee something. Alternative form of assure. Yes, so assure, ensure, all three are the same as a verb. To give confidence in the trustworthiness of. To provide for compensation if some specified risk occurs. Yes. Often agreed by police contract to offer financial compensation in case of an accident. Theft or other undesirable events. Theft. Yes. Thief, yeah, okay. Insurance company. You can get your car insured in this town. Get something done, causative. You can get your car insured in this town. You can insure your car here. Or your car can be insured here. Have something done, get something done. You can have your car insured in this town, or you can get your car insured in this town easily and cheaply. Or suitably. Okay. What a messy kitchen. Regret as a verb means feel sorry about something you have done and wish you had not done it. Erhan should try not to say anything about the chef he might regret later. Just to use, or else. Erhan should try not to say anything about the chef. As a here it is a relative clause, the short way of saying reduced relative clause. Erhan should try not to say anything about the chef, which he might regret later. Yes, so we can omit which here. But what about the first meaning that came to my mind? Erhan should try not to say anything about the chef, or else he might regret later. Erhan should try not to say anything negative about the chef, or he might regret later. Also 100% true. Okay. What else should he try not to do? He should try not to neglect washing and chopping the vegetables. Okay. In the short run or in the long run. In the short run is exactly in the short term, in the long run, in the long term. Okay. As you can easily guess, we may have a problem in the short run, in the short term. What's it like in the long run? We may not have any problems in the long run. We should force ourselves to produce sentences in the short run or in the short term, etc., etc. Okay, thank you very much. Although our English English presentation part is shorter today, I think they have been equal to each other. The English presentation part and the vocabulary presentation part. Anyway, I hope it will be helpful to you. And bye for now, and see you next time. Have a good day.